Hello hombres, my name's L.A.zy and welcome you all back to Hate Plus. After reading the little sister's diaries, we found out that one of the sister's conspiracies aren't going as well as she planned, but I don't know, maybe the future articles will maybe tell us more about that, which we're gonna delve right into. So, let's go. Memorial speech draft. What do we got here? So this is about Seo-young's husband. Hi, I'm Park Jin-soon. If you don't know who I am, I'm the student representative and in Professor Kim's absence, now acting president of Academics Against Confucianization. Okay, didn't know that was a word. I like to think we were close, but truthfully I didn't know Professor Kim very well. I've only been his student for a mere 5 years, my entire adult lifetime, but for him, the time I knew him was a flash in the pan, a mere fraction of a 3-decade-long academic career. I can say, however, the time in which I knew him was a time that he considered to be one of the most pivotal in his lifetime, the founding of the L.A.zy. He was the last holdout professor to teach class exclusively using Korean script over Chinese script. His specialty was in Earth history, and where nobody else did, he recognized Mugunghwa University President Oh Yun-ah's program of promoting new Confucian classics for what it is: retrograde ideology with myriad problematic aspects, not least involving the intersectionality of classism and sexism. I guess felt strongly about Chinese characters being stupid, huh? He was one of the smartest people I've ever known, both a mentor and a father figure to me. I don't know why, but he saw a lot in me, and I've struggled immensely to live up to his expectations. No doubt he would be disappointed in what I am about to do, and it pains me to say this. As of today, Academics Against Confucianization will be officially disbanded. Professor Kim was an extraordinary and stubborn man who had determination and charisma to fight to the end. He was unique in that regard, a pinnacle above all others. Nobody could possibly fill his shoes. Without him, ANC doesn't have the leadership or the clout to keep going on. In this past 2 months, I have tried my hardest, but the sad reality of the matter is, I've let him down and cannot take the role of that extraordinary man. Nobody else willing to able to step up to that role. I'm afraid there is no point in going on. Well, that's nice, I guess. To everyone who believed in me, I'm sorry. To everyone who believed in Professor Kim, I'm especially sorry. This is my failure, not his. I will, however, thank the university for graciously deciding, despite the disagreements, to dedicate this auditorium in memorial of him. I asked you not to remember him by what has happened to ANC in his absence, but to remember him for his willingness to fight for what he believed in, for his brilliance and compassion, for all the scholarship he contributed on the subject he loved, for his ability to inspire anyone to understand the importance of studying history. I'll end on this note. One day when I was having an absolute misery of a time with some silly adolescent relationship problem, I confided in him, rambling for 2 whole hours about how I didn't know what to do, and could he offer me any advice? Sorry about that, having the yawns. He listened to it all very patiently, and when I was done, he was silent as he thought about it for a good while. Finally, he said to me, "Here's the most important thing, Mr. Park. Mr. Park, for fuck's sake, it's not always about being clever. You have to be decent to her. For fuck's sake, it's not always about being clever. You have to be decent. It's easy to be angry, to cast blame, to be spiteful, but I hope if there's any way I can redeem myself in his eyes and live up to the standard he set, it's making sure his legacy inspiring people to be critical, to be curious, but to above all else, always to be decent. You have to be decent. Thank you." Sounds like something you could use in life, like an advice to be decent. You don't have to be perfect, just decent enough. Wow, the atmosphere is Chief Counselor Ryo, Cabinet Seat. We all know what's on the agenda. I trust we can get through in a civilized fashion. Counselor Smith. One hopes. Counselor Mute. I don't like your tone, Counselor. I did not you, the Counselor of Cabinet Seat. Please don't derail this, Counselor Mute. Your objections and Unity Act have been thoroughly stated and noted. Your input is appreciated. Don't your input is appreciated me, okay? You're not going to shut me up. This is insane. It's like actually insane. I don't even know why it's being brought up again. Did you miss the memo? I'm security vetoing it. It's not. How the hell do you justify that? It has nothing to do with ship security. Are you kidding? Like seriously? You honestly haven't considered the idea that removing all restrictions as to who can be president has massive destabilizing consequences. It really seems like she believes strongly about this. Please read the record, Counselor. You'll find an amendment that has been added to address security's concerns. The Act very specifically says that it only removes all non-criminal, non-age-related restrictions. There aren't any destabilizing consequences. That doesn't address my concerns at all. I will not budge on this matter, okay? Security veto stands, and I can't believe I actually have to argue with my separation. Why separation of powers is important. Counselor Tay, culture. On what grounds do you even argue that a security veto will apply here? Really? The possibilities for abuse are endless. It goes against every principle the current system of government has founded on. And that's a reason not to do something? Counselor Moot, you surely not suggest that those principles are unassailable. How will we ever improve our society if we defend bad ideas simply for the sake of conservatism? Okay, well, while you're all fantasizing about improve our society, it's my job to put my foot down on things that can jeopardize the ship's safety. If the Act is amended, would you even consider the possibility of rescinding your veto? No. Then please let the record be updated to include a signed document from President Park overriding the security veto. Not this time, Mute. Wait, if she was worried about there being just one leader forever. Sorry about that, I just woke up from my sleep and having the yawny still. Oh man. Of course he did. That's cause for alarm in and of itself. Don't you see? Wants the ability to run for a second term. If we actually let him stay in the public spotlight for that long, that gets rid of our strongest control against democracy movements. Like if you think they were getting bad before, can you imagine what they'd be like after 10 years of a single unified charismatic leader with a government platform? 15, 20. Do you really think that'll be okay? Except we're completely knocked the wind out of Leaven's sails. Well, maybe he is thinking of that. It's merely wishful thinking. Great, so now you're just offloading the problem onto me in the future. It's lost momentum now, but what about a century from now? Our actions here have serious consequences. Doesn't look like you're convincing anyone. A long pause follows. Okay, I'm willing to compromise. I know when I've lost. I'll support the Act. Just give me an amendment that ensures the President can't have 2 terms, okay? Hell, even specify that it only applies to non-noble presidents. Just give me something here I'd be willing to see. I don't think that's necessary. Will second the motion, Councilor Joe? Sorry. Strike my remark from the record. What? How's this even controversial? I don't see any reason for further debate on the matter. Come on, there's no reason not to. All I want is to ensure someone like President Park doesn't run again. Will anyone second the amendment? I'll move to vote on the Act as it stands. Nobody? Seconded. Oh, I see. The motion passes. How does the Council vote? The Councilor of Culture is in favor. The Councilor of Engineering and Science is in favor. In favor. Also in favor. The Councilor of Candidacy is in favor. Same. The Councilor of Agriculture is in favor. Wow, shot down. And the Councilor of Security? Against one assumes? Councilor Mute, Security. The Councilor of Security abstains. No, this is the first abstention from a vote by Councilor Mute in the ship's history. Very well, the Act passes 7 in favor with 1 abstention. And that's everything on the agenda. We'll reconvene from the presidential election. Council is now dismissed. Wow. Seems something didn't go Mute's way.
Oh god damn it.
He didn't wake up properly, I guess. The president's rest. So they never found who killed Professor Kim after all. In my entire life, I've never had a more exhausting month. I'm supposed to be the second most powerful woman on the ship when it comes to security, yet increasingly I feel powerless and utterly drained. It's not as I haven't dealt with serious crises before, and this is just one thing that I'm powerless against after another. I've completely hit a dead end in fighting the bastards who murdered my husband. There have been flagrant acts of outright sabotage leading up to the election. Councillor Mute has been powerless to stop the council from enacting horrible legislation like a Unity Act. And then while I was trying to enjoy a single night with my little girl, eating dinner, the last chance I will surely have before the election in 3 days. Ah, so you almost had a daughter named Sohee. That's nice. I could not even do that without things somehow managing to be unimaginably worse. Drop what you're doing right now, Reed yelled, suddenly appearing in my dining room without any warning. There's no time to talk, but I need you and your best officers at the president's residence within like 5 minutes. Huh. Is this about? I started to ask, but was immediately interrupted. I said no time to talk, she said, shouting more authoritatively than I had ever heard here in my life. Call your men while you're walking, okay? You've literally got 5 minutes to get there. In fact, don't walk. Run! I'm not joking. Now, okay? What's going on, though? Sorry, sweetie, mommy has to run, I told Sohee, then raced into action post-haste. I don't know how, but I managed to make it down 5 minutes myself, somehow to see me arguing loudly with a man in an electoral monitor's uniform, with several more in tow. Okay, good, my lieutenant's arrived. She can put up with your bullshit instead, she said. Yes, ma'am, I said, catching my breath. It was pretty bad. I'm way too old to be running like a young woman like that. My officers are on their way and there should be... Never mind, there they are. I was promptly joined by 3 men from one corridor, with several more running from the other direction. You don't have jurisdiction here, the leader of the group electoral monitors barked. You cannot stop me, counselor. I have orders to arrest. This sounds really serious. I have no patience for this. Take it from here, please, Seo Young, it said, disappearing from the outside screen. But then she said, But then she said, only into my earpiece, he's right, you don't. Stall for as long as you possibly can without breaking any laws. Yes, ma'am, I said, nervous from lack of information. I still had no idea what the hell was going on at this point, although I would later learn that she was getting President Park to change the ship's route password so it at least couldn't be transferred to Chief Counsel Ryu. I just arrived, I'm not briefed, I said honestly. I had no idea what's going on at this point. What's going on? You do not have authority here. Step aside, he barked. I stared him down. I recognized him. He was a former security officer I had personally recommended be given to the Electoral Monitor Unit because he was useless, but too politically difficult to get rid of. He was loud, but that was all he had going for him. Then I grabbed him by the collar. There was no way I could have actually overpowered a man his size, but I knew he was a coward, or at least I hoped my assessment was right. Jeez, this is intense. Listen here, I'm only going to say this once and only once, I said, having absolutely no clue what I was going to say. I'm under orders from Counselor of Security to not let you through. If you try to go through me, I will have you arrested on the spot for interfering with security operations. By the time I finished saying that, all my officers had arrived, and I had a good 10 men and women in various degrees of being uniformed and armed standing behind me. I'll have you arrested for, he started to yell. Then I realized what would actually do, and put him down, quickly interrupting. Shut up, officer. I outrank you and my orders outrank yours. I said, counting on the hope that he actually was following orders. Let's be civilized and do this properly, through the chain of command. Do you think either of our bosses wants to see an altercation between security forces? Just explain to me what's going on, and if you're in the right, I'll let you through. For the record, I'm absolutely confident that we could have taken them all down if we had come to a physical altercation. It would have been truly a bad idea to do so with serious political repercussions. But still, I'm certain we could have, for the record. Really? They're going to arrest the president? The president and most of his campaign team is under arrest for conspiracy to commit electoral fraud, he said angrily, but not escalating things further, thankfully. It should be obvious that this falls under our jurisdiction. You have no standing here. I thought you didn't like the president, though. Why are they? Of course, I said. Just let me confirm that the arrest warrant is in order, and I will gladly stand aside. He seemed momentarily taken aback, so I kept talking. I don't get it, but you do have an arrest warrant, right? We're talking about the president himself here. A signed warrant from the Council of Justice is required by law. I said, counting on him not knowing that wasn't true. If you don't move out of the way now, I'll have you arrested, he scowled. Mr. Hale, listen to yourself, I said, scolding him with the same voice I used with my daughter and my maids. I'm just concerned that you follow proper protocol. Do you think Chief Counselor Ryu, he suddenly flinched, will even promote you if you make a botched job out of the most high-profile arrest in the ship's history? I'll ask you again one last time for your own sake. Do you have all the paperwork from the Counselor of Justice in order? He started then stopped. I'll confirm it with him. None of you move, he shouted at his officers and stepped aside to talk privately on his earpiece, presumably to the Counselor of Justice, while all his officers tried their hardest to stare down mine. Only when his back was turned did I let myself exhale a sigh of relief. No officer I would have trusted with something so important would have flinched like that. Ma'am, I said quietly into my own earpiece, if you need more than a minute, I can do that, but I think it will very rapidly get unpleasant. Do not use violence, Serial. Absolutely do not use, under any circumstance, use violence, okay? Understood, ma'am, but that's all I can do for this point, I said. Sorry, he's back. The electoral monitor returned, slightly less of a scowl before. The Counselor of Justice confirmed that everything is in order. He also gave me permission to arrest anyone standing in the way of executing the warrant. Chief's security officer or not, he said smugly. She's a really tough person, isn't she? Very well, I said, trying to think of something else I could say or do. I couldn't, short of punching him in the smug jaws he'd served. I spoke into my headset, right in front of his face. Ma'am, if you don't respond now, I'm gonna have no choice. She reappeared on a screen outside of the president's door. Okay, there's no need for any trouble here. He's on his way right now, and will be surrendering peacefully, Counselor Mute announced to him. Mr. Hale, I trust that won't be a problem? He has 1 minute, Counselor, he said. It was almost certainly the most intense minute of my entire life. Everyone was silent, every party involved in trying to stare down the other. Sure enough, after a minute, President Park emerged. For the record, I strongly protest this outrageous fascist circumvention of the democratic process, he declared loudly, but I will peacefully surrender in the hope that this will be dealt with swiftly. As if you can say that, you traitorous scum. You're the one planning to fix the elections and orchestrating acts of sabotage. If there's any justice, you will die in prison, the electoral monitor snapped, as one of his men handcuffed the president. Mr. Hale, my department will be supervising President Park every step of the way. Let your boss know that if she even treated slightly improperly, I'll know about it right away, okay? I said. Just so we're absolutely clear. Just don't interfere, he said. Take him away. From that point onwards, it was, as President Park himself would call it, an utter shit show. And to think that circumstance would actually cause us to side with that man, Nathan. But in the end, there was nothing that could be done. I could see in Mute's eyes that for once, she too had felt as though she could only accept defeat this time. I don't understand what just happened, I said to her after the arrest was made and the president was locked up for the night. Me neither, was all she said without any confidence. I'm scared, ma'am, I admitted. Yeah, she said, not elaborating any further. Yeah. With everything that happened that night, supervising the arrest powerlessly, I couldn't even make it home until late at night. Far past the hour anyone was still awake. One check on my daughter, peacefully asleep, already tucked in by one of the maids. Then I fell to my knees and lamented that I was so powerless, couldn't even have been there to do that for her. Guess it's hard to be tough, huh? Apparently so. Okay, Election Night 2 Daily Report for December 11th. Let's see. From my internal logs, 9:01 p.m. to Hyosunyoung's office. Well, polls are now closed, I suppose, she said. Who even cares, I sighed. We both know there might as well be only one candidate running now. 5 years of President and Chief Counselor Ryu. Like maybe he'll invent some new titles for himself now that he has all the power on the ship. Grand Emperor Ryu. Wow, they actually predicted that one completely right. I lit a cigarette, wishing I could have gotten the emotional release out of it that the man I was imitating had gotten. Then I reflected on it, and remembered that he didn't get anything out of it either. It was just an addiction. What's this going to mean? She asked. I knew that she already knew exactly what the implications were. It means he's pretty much defying the security veto since he'll have the presidential override and all, I said. I can't believe this actually happened. My worry was always the 5 more years of President Park. Like I never thought it would be this. Huh. Has anything like this ever happened before? She asked. Yeah, in 2551, I said, recollecting the comparison that's been on my mind the most as of late. There was a revolution. It only lasted like 5 years, by peasants who believed in total democracy. They managed to steal the root password and held the ship hostage until it surrendered. We had no choice. But it didn't last, right? You were able to put things right in the end, were you? She asked. Yeah, I trailed off. Yeah, but it was absolutely catastrophic. The star got irreparably damaged in the process. It was the ship's navigation AI, and those revolutionary fuckers killed them. We got the people under control in the end, but the damage was already done. Like, if something that bad happens again, well, it can't, okay? It can't. You know, I always wonder what happened to the navigation AI. Well, what do we do now then? She asked. I could see fear and uncertainty in her eyes, and I really wanted to say something to reassure her. I wanted to have a good answer. I don't know, Suryo, I said. I got something. I got nothing. Break open the vintage 3899 you got from that kid last election, I guess. I think drinking vicariously through you is the best I can manage this. Wow, the atmosphere is... Oh, I forgot all about that. I've been saving it for, well... It hardly matters anymore. I suppose I might as well, she said, getting up to find the bottle. I already knew what she had been saving for anyway. Her 20th anniversary. Would have been this year. It's not as if I think we'll have anything worth celebrating in the future. It's really melancholic. She popped the cork and poured herself a glass. I imitated her gesture, rendering a glass of my own into my hand. What should we toast? She asked. I don't know, I said. Being too fucking old to handle this shit. Even they swore like that? Was that a thing women in the past did too? She raised her glass to my screen. Used to being too fucking old to handle this shit, she said. The words didn't ring right coming from her, aside from when she was angry, cursing never suited her. Cheers, I said. She took a long sip. She paused, reflecting on it. I thought it'd be better, she finally said. She took another sip, then she laughed. It's awful. It's actually the worst wine I've tasted in my life. Oh. Good thing I didn't share it with my husband, she said, laughing uncomfortably again, going to pour her usual whiskey instead. This is the worst. It's like drinking vinegar. You know, counselor, this may well be actually vinegar. I guess I should have anticipated that from a 150-year-old bottle of wine. So something that old could be anything but worthless. Oh, I rolled my eyes. If only could be like 150 and young again, I said. I'm better at dealing with those feelings, but I'm not that much better. Maybe I'd be less scared if I had 1600 years of experience, she said. I don't know, Suryo. I'm tired. I'm just so fucking tired, Suryo, I said to her, taking a drag. Everything is changing. All these young men in politics are causing so much damage. I'm just so tired. She moved the chair up close to my screen. How can you be tired? You're a computer. It's not as though you have a body that can age, she asked sympathetically. Well, you know, I'm made up of all sorts of little processes that can get increasingly bloated over time. Every time I get a new piece of input, I have to process it and cross-reference it against the data for all those years of experience in order to contextualize it, I told her. I'm not designed for this. I was only supposed to be around for 1,000 at most, okay? It just gets so tiring. I'm so sorry, she said to me, looking like she had taken it harshly. I feel as though I missed the last election night. We spent all night scrambling to put down protests. Things felt so simple and under control then. Look, Suryo, we'll get through this. One fraudulent election isn't enough to render us powerless, I promise, okay? I promise you, I said. I guess it's really hard to be strong. I'm just scared, ma'am, she said, putting her hand against the screen. I'm not allowed to be scared. I'm expected to be... Again, my apologies. Commanding. I should be able to stare down any man. I should be able to keep on top of everything that happens on the ship. I should be able to protect my family. I should be able to raise my daughter. There's too much on me, and I failed too many times. I'm scared. I'm not allowed to be scared, but I'm scared. Oh, it's that woman again. I know, it's okay. Look at me, I said, drawing my own hand touching hers and trying my best to come up with a bravado. It was the best I could do to comfort her. I'm fucking mute, AI in charge of the Mugunwa security operations. I've been keeping the Mugunwa safe since 2390, and I will do whatever it takes to keep it that way if it kills me. Wow, this is... Look at me in the eyes. It's my responsibility to keep things under control, Lieutenant. All you have to do is follow orders and believe me when I say things are going to be okay. They're going to be tough, but they're going to be okay. It's not your job to worry about that. Let me be strong. Let me be in control. I believe in you. Do you trust me, Lieutenant? Can you follow that order? Somehow this atmosphere feels really intimate. She stared at me, finishing her shot of whiskey in one. I'd given this speech to her before, when she was still afraid to be so familiar with me and had much younger eyes. I'd given that speech to at least a dozen men and women in the past, no longer able to tell if it's bullshit or not. Yes, ma'am, she said quietly. Thank you. Good, I said. Then believe me, we'll get through this, okay? Just watch me. At that point, I checked the network for notifications. As I suspected, the election results had come in, for all that they mattered. I guess sometimes we could be a nice person, huh? No, come on, get up, I said to her in my best approximation of her matronly voice. Election results are in. 5 years of Chief Counselor President and President Ryu. Do you have a dossier yet on the biggest threat to ship security? You mean Ryu? No, we don't, she said, her voice becoming less shaky. Well, let's get it together, Lieutenant, I ordered her. Yes, ma'am, she said, confident again. And the last article, Daily Report for December 11th. On Counselor Mute's orders, I attended Chief Counselor and now President Ryu's victory party on her behalf. I'll confess that I have managed to avoid most parties outside of my family for a very long time by choice. This was an even more deeply alienating experience than I expected in light of that. I wonder if that was the same house I was in, or... The entire Counselor, excluding the Counselor of Security, of course, was in attendance, as well as various men from the Ryu family who were apparently involved in this campaign. Several of the electoral monitors, the one I stared down earlier this week, included. We didn't talk. Yeah, I know that feeling. I wore my dress uniform there, as any sane person would, and I ended up being the only person wearing pants. Literally everyone else was wearing some manner of traditional attire or another. I asked around about this, and apparently it's been the fashion at all formal events for the past year now. I had no idea, having spent the time being preoccupied with matters vastly more important than nobles and their absurd fabulous parties. This isn't about fashion though, and I don't really know if this is relevant, but there was one thing that I found to be profoundly off-putting. Excluding maids and entertainers, I was the only one present in attendance. After a certain point in the evening, when the wine had flown freely for a while, the new President Ryu trotted out, well, people, a long and strange niece, L.A.zy. This sounds awfully familiar. Was that actress? I haven't seen her in an article for a while. Wait, if she doesn't have a little sister, who does she mean? While she sang dramatic love songs in the comfortably intimate quarters with several counselors, I discreetly interrogated one of the maids. Evidently, Ai-zy had been unable to support herself and her younger sister based off theater income anymore, and was now living under Ryu's roof, providing entertainment for his visitors. I'm utterly certain that Ai-zy was an only child, but never mind that for now. Neither me nor her father have spoken to her all well over a decade, but I assume she continued to have a successful career. To understand what happened. This probably isn't relevant to anything political, but since she's part of our family, I thought you should know. Past that, I learned very little of any value from attending, I'm afraid. None of the counselors present were willing to share more than the same blandly stilted pleasantries you would have gotten from them. I can only really report back a couple of things of value. Firstly, as I suspected, the electoral monitor responsible for arresting President Park on very close speaking terms with Ryu. I don't know if that's useful, but it's confirmation at least. The second and most important thing is not good. I overheard a very drunk counselor of justice who didn't realize I was standing nearby saying, and I quote, "We've tried to get it out of him, but it looks like the only person who knows the password is that bitch. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make out anything more from him. It's a very loud thing from Ai-zy trying them out. I think I like the report with the pod plant thing being better. This is awfully, well... Beyond that, I was unable to learn anything else. There's nothing of tremendous use in there, I'm afraid. And that's my report for the day." I see it then. Okay, that's all articles read so far. So far, the articles here have been mostly addressed to, like, Mute and her, like, well, unit of guards, basically, and how the... Basically how everything in the guard... I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically what I'm trying to say, it's basically all these articles are around based on mute, from what I can possibly gather. Bitmap data, text data. We're running out of data soon. Huh. L.A.zy, the Pale Bride. We're running out of power as well. Okay, commit to extraction. Okay, we got 18% power. And now we're left with 7. Basically, 11% of power wasted. And she's back. That will be his bridemaid interrogation. Oh, you're not suicide, no, moving in. The Pale Bride. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave these for another episode. Should anyone already save? Yep. Okay, there we go. And with that, I'm gonna end this video here. Well, we did find out a lot about Mute, basically. Before she died, of course. Looks like things can get pretty volatile between security officers in this specific time. But hey, that is just how politics work, I guess. Things can get volatile and unpleasant really damn quickly in that sphere. So without further ado, that's it for this video. Thank you all who watched. And hopefully, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!